Now let's talk about rotoscoping. So have a look at this shot. I've got lots of dudes running down the middle of a hill. Now what I want to do is duplicate these guys 100 times, or maybe not 100. So if I turn the first shot down to 50% opacity and move them forward here, so just say this was the first rank and that's the second rank, well, there's a problem because I can't just draw a single rectangular mask around each of them because he intrudes on top of them. So we use rotoscoping, and rotoscoping is just advanced masking. It is an absolute time suck. It takes so long it's not funny. So I'm just going to show you this in fast forward. Once you finish that, hit mask path, maybe give it a feather of 0.5 because it's a pretty accurate mask, and then you're ready to draw the next frame, and the next frame, and the frame after that, and then times it by 5 guys at 25 frames a second for 25 seconds. So for this reason I wouldn't recommend you use rotoscoping unless the shot was like for a Hollywood blockbuster or a visual effects reel, because otherwise it just takes too long. So if you're like me and you hate rotoscoping, you could go ahead and use the roto brush in CS5, and to do that you just double click on the footage and you get into this here and just draw away. Just draw a quick outline. It's kind of like Photoshop's quick selection tool. Draws it for you, does all the hard work, but it's not perfect, so I wouldn't recommend using it unless you didn't need a perfect rotoscope. Hold down Alt. If it selects something you don't want, you hold down Alt and then draw, and that'll erase it. And to tell it to automate, you just hit play and Rotobrush draws for you. So as you can see, it got confused there. It didn't know it was supposed to rotoscope the knife. I mean, this would be okay if you had like a close-up at 4K resolution, but otherwise it just creates a pretty tacky rotoscope. I mean, you hit refine matte, tweak some of these settings. Overall, I wouldn't recommend it, but if you don't need something perfect, then it's a quick fix. Just duplicate this and I've got a million of me, there it is. I just wanted to show you this quick shot because I've used a combination of rotoscoping and simple masking. So for the zombies like here and here, I could just draw a simple mask and that was the end of it. But for this zombie here where he's overlapping with the other zombie, that's where I had to use rotoscoping. But I didn't have to rotoscope the whole zombie, only his shoulder. So in the end, I was able to use rotoscoping, but it didn't take me 10 days. Well, that's it for rotoscoping. I mean, there's not much to say. It's a very useful technique. It has amazing results, but you have to have the patience of a saint. And if you don't, then just avoid rotoscoping altogether. I mean, anyone can rotoscope. It's easy. The overall result will depend on how much time you spend refining each mask at 25 masks a second for however long your composition is.